So, I'm probably not going to do justice to what I need to say, but today was a really good day. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, I talk about my videos, how I've used Reiki to really get myself, you know, whole, and how it's really changed my life, and how I'm writing a book, and, blah, blah, blah. The book's a little slow coming along, but that's because of my own neuroses. Today, however, had some amazing, amazing clarity because today I learned something that is valuable to not only my twin flame, but also to me from so long ago. See, when I first started Reiki, the very first epiphany I had from Reiki was everybody's working with the tools that they have and nobody's at fault. So basically, let's talk about Jesus for 2 seconds. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. In other words, everybody is unconscious until they're awake. And so this related to my mother, and I was like, okay, makes sense, blah, blah, blah. But of course, this all came before I met my twin flame, so this was kind of the very big cherry on the icing on this massive fucking cake that I was about to start eating. So recently, my psyche's been very strong. My inner voice has been good. It's been talking to me. Things have been happening. Now you can, anyways. And I was doing some Reiki, and I was working on meditation and stuff. And this voice was like, "Now you can let go of the hate." And I don't remember exactly what happened to get to that point, but I was, it was meditation and stuff. And it's like, "Now you can let go of the hate." And I'm like, okay, so I've been working on that. I've been, trying to figure out where this hate comes from, and all these different things. And so I today was I was, doing mantra, whatever, and this thought came over me because I was trying to talk to in my head. I was trying to talk to um, well, I was thinking about to re-talk, connecting to my twin flame again and talking to him, and what I would say, because I mean we've had our highs and lows. It's been like, it's been mostly a lot of shit on his half, from me. Not that his has been, he hasn't been peachy keen either, but he was a little bit more receptive than I was because I was, psycho. Um, and today, so I was thinking about, like, why would I hate my mother? Like, obviously, I realize that we don't get along, we don't like each other, etc. And I'm like, okay, so hating her seems to be extreme. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, okay, there's some things there where hate could probably be the right emotion. And this voice came through, and it said, the love was real, the anger was the lie. Let me just double check that. That's what I've been playing with. The love wasn't a lie. The anger was. Message from the soul, 7/24/18, and then I have it recorded somewhere as to what time of the day it was. It was shortly after 11 o'clock. Anyways, it was very interesting astrology that I took up on it because I looked at the chart of when 11:07. It was made at 11:07. So, anyways, the love wasn't a lie. The anger was. And when you out there take this as a mantra, take this as something to use to gestate on, to think on, to feel on, to, because frankly, when it comes to the twin flame experience, and the other half thinking the other person's crazy, why they're crazy is because of anger, because of pent up emotion, because of emotion that's not clear. The love is the truth, right? That's the problem with the twin flames, is that a lot of people gave up because they thought, okay, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe this is bullshit. Maybe this doesn't exist. Maybe maybe the love was a lie. No, the love was never a lie. And the same thing is true of many relationships with parents where they dissolve. And one of the things that you have to look at, and this is one of the things I've been looking at, is in trying to find the hate that I have, the source of my hate, the source of the ultimate amount of anger that I hold towards my parent. um, I was thinking about a lot of different things, and I was like, okay, like the last time we talked, like why I think this person is dead, these things, and a lot of it boiled down to we used to fight, and we used to, things change, right? You get older, your parents, things with your parents change, things change, whatever. And some people it works out, other people it doesn't work out at all. I mean, part of the reason why is because parents don't want to let go of their kids and all these other different things. In my situation, I became rebellious because I became myself. I found independence and I was like, fuck this. I am not going to sit around and be somebody's lapdog. I'm going to carve my own future and, blah, blah. Speed that up to a lot of wounds and a lot of bullshit. And here I am talking to you after, having to reclaim who I am for a second time in my life. Um, so getting back on track, the love wasn't a lie. And it's really like I'm starting to get emotional about this because it's really amazing to sit there and think, fuck, all these things that I want to believe, all these things that I want to put on top of the bond that we shared for so long and make believe, because I literally made myself believe that the love was the lie, that this person couldn't possibly have cared about me because there were so many things that went wrong. And I mean, that's what we do as human beings. We focus on what's gone wrong. That's what we focus on. We don't focus on the happy times, the positive times, the good times. We focus on what fucking went wrong. And we start believing that what went wrong was what happened all the time. And my parent is just as guilty of this as I am, because my parent, they've done this to themselves. They imagine so much of a negative on top of all these other positives, and some of it's our half truths because they don't even know the full story. And that's where someone like me with these psychic gifts comes in, excuse me, because I know the full story. I know of another piece of the puzzle that makes it all correct. But anyway, so we as humans, whether we're in relationships or whether it's a twin flame relationship, a natural relationship, a whatever, oh, fuck my ex. My ex was such an asshole, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't believe I did this, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that person. No, you're starting to remember all this negative. You're remembering the end of it, not the beginning of it, not the middle of it, not the good times. You're remembering the bad times. And a lot of people, because of the drama that we're attached to, because we watch movies that are based around drama, because we thrive on drama. And so we focus so much on this negative because of the conditioning that we have, that we literally forget that the love was real, that the nurturing, the caring, the things that worked, those were real. They did work. And then over time it stopped working, and we forget that what was important was what was working and not what started failing. And it's kind of like a car. Like, you kind of, bear with me on this reference, but you kind of, like, fuck, this is gone and this is going to go, so it's going to cost me all this money. I'm not going to repair it. I'm just going to buy a new car. And that's literally how we are with relationships. It's like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy something new. And we forget the amount of memories that are attached to the car and where the car took us and what the car meant to us and all this, because the car has just now become some sort of, like, you know, representation of breaking down and failure and all this stuff. And that's what our lives are like when it comes to each other, is that we stop remembering that we were right to believe in the love. We were right to believe that we were cared for and that somebody genuinely loved us. And yeah, okay, so sometimes it goes to shit and sometimes it's not. You can't fix it. But holding on to the idea that it was shit all the time, that's what kills us. And that's what killed me. That's what's caused the last 20 years to just be insane. Because for the last 20 years, I've let negativity build up and hold on. And when I heard this message, I mean, this message, like, I literally had to stop and catch my breath because my blood sugar dropped. Everything changes. This is what happens to me when I get massive epiphanies, when I have massive breakthroughs, is I literally, my blood pressure goes, my blood sugar, my blood pressure, whatever. I literally have to breathe really deeply, really slowly, and come back. It's kind of like a panic attack, but not really, because I'm not losing control. I'm just like overwhelmed by the release. And so I go through this and I got the message and I was like, holy shit. And while I'm making this video, I'm trying not to cry because I remember the love. I remember knowing that it was real. And I let go of the first time, and then about an hour later, I remembered the message again, and again, the same flash happened. It was an amazing thing. And I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know what this is released. I don't know what this is going to do. But I want you guys to remember out there that this message is more important than just me. This is a universal message that the love is real. And so, whatever pain you experience, whatever you're going through, the love that you shared with people isn't the lie. The lie is the anger that we have after it's done. And so we need to remember the love and remember that the love is what was important, and don't hold on to anything else, because no matter what it was, no matter what's happening now, the love is the most important thing that you're going to have. And as more that you focus on the love, obviously the better you're going to feel about how things went, and the more you're going to see where things are going from where they came from. So anyways, I'm going to end it there. It's like 10 minutes into this, and that's a really long thing. And, it's making me really emotional. And I don't really want to cry on camera because, I'm butch like that. Oh my God, I'm not going to cry. I'm just not going to cry. I just can't. But yeah, so I'm gonna get cleaned up from work because I look like shit. And yeah, just remember the love. Like, the love is what matters. So, when you're there and you're stuck, remember the love, because the love was true. No matter what's happened since, the love was true, and that's what matters the most, because that's what's gonna get you through. Bye. Love you.